Tropical Shipping President and CEO Tim Martin testified before the U.S. Trade Representative last Monday, warning that proposed tariffs could have severe consequences for American-owned shipping companies, U.S. exporters, and Caribbean businesses. The proposed policy includes a flat $1 million port fee for Chinese-built vessels entering U.S. ports, a move that Martin says could cripple the U.S. shipping industry serving the Caribbean. He said, quote, "The U.S. shipping industry serving the Caribbean cannot absorb the additional costs of the proposed port fees, which would have significant economic consequences. Instead of strengthening American competitiveness, these port fees would push American-owned carriers like Tropical out of business," end quote. Tropical Shipping, which operates out of the port of Palm Beach, Florida, has a fleet of 19 vessels, 9 of which were built in China up to 25 years ago. Martin urged the authorities to consider exemptions for American-owned shipping companies and to apply tariffs only to future Chinese-built ships, not those already in service. Tropical transports nearly half of all goods imported to the Caribbean and parts of Central and South America, including food, medicine, and hurricane relief supplies. Proposed fees could force Tropical to double freight rates, making U.S. exports too expensive for Caribbean buyers. The tariff would increase shipping costs by $2,500 per 40-foot container on smaller vessels, while large ships carrying 16,000 containers would see only a $125 per container increase. Martin warns that this could push Caribbean trade toward Chinese carriers and supplies. He said, quote, "I urge this committee to consider exemptions or policy adjustments that ensure American-owned shipping companies are not unfairly penalized for decisions made years before these tariffs, thereby ensuring a fair and equitable policy," end quote. Beyond shipping, Tropical Shipping plays a vital role in the Caribbean region. The company has been serving the market for over 60 years, supporting port communities through education, youth development programs, donating over $500,000 in 2024 alone. The company's fleet is specifically designed for shallow draft ports, a necessity for Caribbean destinations. Caribbean Shipping, headquartered in Riviera Beach, Florida, continues to advocate for fair trade policies that support American-owned carriers and the economic stability of the Caribbean region. I'm Andre Huey for SKN at Newsline.
While the St. Kitts and Nevis government in 2023 implemented a significant legislative, regulatory, and institutional upgrade to the country's Citizenship by Investment program, primarily to address concerns expressed by the European Union and other countries, it is believed the Schengen countries are inching towards requiring visas from CBI countries. Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Denzel Douglas was questioned at a 28th March press conference about the likelihood that the CBI programs could continue to be productive for developmental purposes should the European Union implement the necessity for visas. The St. Kitts and Nevis Foreign Affairs Minister believes the country has worked diligently to avoid this and remains optimistic on the issue.
So we are hoping that our CBI program does not get affected by matters of that kind. But I want to make a more fundamental point, that if it were to be so, that we would have lost the Schengen arrangement, that does not mean the CBI program is dead. I want to make that clear. There are factors now globally that drive the CBI program, not just being able to enter a country as a businessman without a visa. There are factors globally that drive the CBI programs around the world. The world is in conflict. More and more zones in the world are in conflict. People, therefore, are moving. And so the CBI program is global. It's a global phenomenon. It is not a St. Kitts Nevis economic development phenomenon. It is not an Eastern Caribbean development phenomenon or initiative. It is global because of what is happening around the world. people are moving because they move away from conflict zones. And they would invest and invest in order to be given a document so that they can travel to a land, a country where there's peace. One of the countries and one of the features that was very prominent when we were in Taiwan is the CBI. People are very much interested in it.
Financial inflows from the CBI program have been a substantial part of budgetary income of the federal government, assisting in the delivery of critical services, social programs, and infrastructural development on both islands. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Are you looking for a reliable partner to handle sourcing and logistics from Asia? Introducing Channel Links, the company that specializes in sourcing products from Alibaba and connecting you to manufacturers and wholesalers in China. With dependable agents throughout Asia, we ensure your orders are seamlessly shipped to the Caribbean, helping individuals and businesses move cargo from their Chinese suppliers to their final destinations. Got a Chinese vehicle or truck and struggling to find parts? Look no further. Channel Links is your ultimate solution for all your sourcing needs. We ship goods to these destinations. For direct assistance, call +1 7215 22402 or +1 7215 265 834 Orange Grove Shopping Center, Unit 16C, Cole Bay, St. Martin. Channel Links, bridging the gap between China and the Caribbean, one shipment at a time.
Praise Fest, the annual unforgettable praise and worship experience, happens on Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. Save the date.
Your favorite TV shows are just a click away with TVC Plus at tvcplus.live. Stream our 24-hour live programming. Catch the latest episodes of TVC Originals on demand. Enjoy premium pay-per-view content and so much more. Watch on any device, TV, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Visit www.tvcplus.live. Stream, watch, enjoy.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
Good day to the beautiful people of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Martin News Desk now airs on
Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on TVC
at 11 a.m. and then again at 5 p.m. So
make sure to tune in.
It's Entertainment TV at its finest. Join us for Main Event, the Caribbean's leading entertainment show only on Television Caribbean TVC. Tune in as our host chats with top artists and entertainers, bring you the latest buzz in entertainment, and showcase the hottest music videos from the region's biggest stars. Main Event airs on Thursdays at 8 p.m. with rebroadcast on Fridays at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. When it comes to entertainment, it's always the Main Event on TVC.
Cheers to the city. Cheers to the city. City.
Police are investigating a fatal accident that occurred on the island main road in Whitegate on St. Kitts. The incident occurred on March 27th between 8 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. and resulted in the death of Caliquan Woodley of Sandy Point, age 15. According to police, preliminary investigation suggests that Mr. Woodley, who was traveling from the direction of Deer Bay to St. Paul's on a motor scooter, collided with a vehicle and fell onto the road, where he was struck by a passing vehicle. He succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. The crime scene unit of the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force processed the scene and collected items of evidential value. Investigation is underway. The police extends condolences to Mr. Woodley's family, friends, and all who have been impacted negatively by his untimely passing. Meanwhile, family and friends of Caliquan took to the streets on Saturday in Sandy Point, protesting and calling for justice for his death.
As the young man of my brother's son, how his life gone just like that, like a dog, I don't believe it's right. It's not right. The police them doing all kind of thing and feel like they can get away. My brother was an inspector, and I hope and pray this afternoon that this thing will take place, windfall act to the police. He ain't go down like that. I hope my brother will do what he's supposed to do in his favor and do it right. That they'll stop do what they're doing, and we will get justice once and for all for everybody in this place, in this community, in Sandy Point.
Police Commissioner James Sutton offered condolences to the family and friends of Caliquan, who was the son of a police officer.
At Whitegate, St. Kitts, a devastating traffic accident claimed the life of a 15-year-old young man. He was the beloved son of one of our own police officers. On behalf of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, I extend my heartfelt condolences to his grieving family, as well as to the families of those who have lost loved ones in road accidents this year. No words can truly ease the pain of such loss, but rest assured that our thoughts and most fervent prayers are with you during this difficult time. As a nation, we must come together to support those who are mourning, while also taking decisive action to prevent further tragedies.
This is the second road fatality in the Whitegate area in a single week, and the fourth for the year 2025. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
A recent trade and investment focused visit to the Republic of China on Taiwan was very successful and very useful, according to Trevor Blake, president of the St. Kitts Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce. CIC President Blake was part of a public-private sector delegation led by Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Denzel Douglas that recently returned from Taiwan after a series of meetings on the island. Speaking at a 28 March press conference hosted by Minister Douglas, Blake said it was an important visit that reflected the inclusion of the private sector towards the step being taken to achieve the small island sustainable state status.
For the Chamber, it was instructive. I certainly found it very enlightening and opened my eyes to a lot. It's my first time to the Republic of China on Taiwan. But at the seminar, we were able to re-engage with the CICA, for example, which is the Chinese International Economic Cooperation Association, with which the Chamber had an agreement dating back to 2014. But we were able to rekindle that relationship, and hopefully we will be able to build on that going forward. We also, in visits to the Ministry of Economic Affairs, we also were able to get some information on an international food fair that is held annually in Taiwan, which some of our members in terms of producers of beverages, food product, etc., and even textiles, to be able to showcase their product, etc., at those fora in the future. So we see this as a very, very useful visit. The focus for the main part was on renewable energy, but that is important as well, because energy costs is one of the major costs of businesses in the Federation, as it is across the world. And so it's important that if we are to achieve the level of development we want to achieve, if we are able to make the progress we need to make, if we are able to grow our businesses, etc., it's important that we have energy costs that is affordable.
Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Praise Fest, the annual unforgettable praise and worship experience, happens on Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. Save the date.
Are you looking for a reliable partner to handle sourcing and logistics from Asia? Introducing Channel Links, the company that specializes in sourcing products from Alibaba and connecting you to manufacturers and wholesalers in China. With dependable agents throughout Asia, we ensure your orders are seamlessly shipped to the Caribbean, helping individuals and businesses move cargo from their Chinese suppliers to their final destinations. Got a Chinese vehicle or truck and struggling to find parts? Look no further. Channel Links is your ultimate solution for all your sourcing needs. We ship goods to these destinations. For direct assistance, call +1 7215 22402 or +1 215 265 834 Orange Grove Shopping Center, Unit 16C, Cole Bay, St. Martin. Channel Links, bridging the gap between China and the Caribbean, one shipment at a time.
Cheers to the city. Cheers to the city.